And now, a special edition of our show.
This is John Carter, and welcome to Come to the Sunshine.
My name is Andrew Sandoval, and this is Come to the Sunshine, and I'm taking you along on my trip to London to meet one of my favorite songwriters, John Carter.
Hi there.
A little bit of soul and it really stopped moving, yeah.
It was not very melodic, but it had a feeling to it.
But again, maybe more of a on the side of like a Phil Spector-y sort of thing.
Yeah.
But obviously, the way they found the record may have been from the British disc, or maybe somebody over in America was plugging the record.
I would think so. I would think the English branch sent it to America and said, "This may be good for you," and someone fixed it over there. Yeah.
A record I quite like, which I've also heard your demo of because I have some of the demo things you put up online. Sunday for Tea, which was done by Peter and Gordon.
Sunday for tea.
Sunday for tea.
Yeah.
So now you're sort of into the kind of the Winchester Cathedral-y sort of style of...
Exactly, yeah. But written especially for them.
Sunday for tea. I'll see you Sunday for tea. And though it's not far away, each hour is a day to me. Lettuce and ham, or maybe crumpets and jam. Oh baby, it'll be fun having a Sunday tea. And as you pass the sugar bowl to me, I'll see at last your heart and soul will be with me. Sunday could be a special Sunday for me. Together we'll surely find the two of a kind are we. And as you pass the sugar bowl to me, I'll see at last your heart and soul will be with me. Sunday for tea, I'll see you Sunday for tea. Together we'll surely find the two of a kind are we.
Peter and Gordon singing Sunday for Tea. Released in the UK on March the 23rd, 1967. Written by Ken Lewis with my guest today on Come to the Sunshine, John Carter. So this is 3 years in on their career, and I mean they're still, in America especially, having a lot of hit discs.
Yeah.
So how do you feel that came out, their version of your record?
It was more or less like the demo, I would say.
Yeah.
They had a style of their own, I think, which was good because amongst all the rock and roll stuff that was going around, it was quite different.
Yeah, Gordon had quite a big voice and, could carry it off. Another record I love from this period came out in June of 1967, and it's Brown and Porter's Meat Exporters' Lorry.
Now you're talking about another favourite. Brown and Porter's Meat Exporters. Yeah, I could sing that whole thing of it.
It's a record I truly, truly love. So that's quite a elaborate lyric. Where does that come from?
Who did I write it with?
I think that's Jeff Stevens one. Now Freddie and the Dreamers did the record in the UK, and then Manfred Mann also covered it.
Yeah, that's right.
Who was it intended for?
I'm not sure. I think probably we just wrote it hoping for the best. I don't think we thought, this will be great for so-and-so. I think the publisher just pushed it around and we got a good version of it.
It's a long, long way from Birmingham to London town. Hey, hey, when you need a lift and everybody turns you down. Hey, hey, blisters on my feet nearly had me beat until Brown and Porter's meat exporters Lorry came along. When I started out, the sun was really shining through. Hey, hey, all I dreamed about was being once again with you. Hey, hey, then the rain began, and down the road I swam until Brown and Porter's meat exporters Lorry came along, sitting in an ice cold butcher's van, shivering and all wet through, being knocked about by legs of lamb. I was black and blue. It's a long, long way from Birmingham to London town. Hey, hey, but at last I made it, even though I nearly drowned. Hey, hey, now I've got the flu, but at least I'm here with you. Thanks to Brown and Porter's meat exporters, Lorry coming by. Thanks to Brown and Porter's meat exporters, Lorry coming by. It's a long, long way from Birmingham to London town. Hey, hey, it's a long, long
You say
way.
it's one of your favorite records. What strikes you about it? What parts of it do you like?
Well, I like it because it's a bit different,
Yeah,
and it was different for the time as well. It's not the usual kind of pop record.
it's not, but it has a lot of the motifs of your other songwriting.
Yeah,
So you can clearly hear the line, various tempo changes and time signature changes and
yeah,
things like that. It's very nice from the bridge to the verses and
yeah,
a strong intro as well, which is another of your trademarks.
yeah. To get people interested straight away. Yeah.
Was that a thing that you always were striving for? Or?
Yeah, I think especially when you think this is going to get played on the radio, you want people to go, oh, what's that, and listen to it. So you've got to have something good at the beginning, I think.
I'm going to move on to the Flower Pot Men and their record "Let's Go to San Francisco," which I imagine is inspired by Scott McKenzie's "If You're Going to San Francisco" record.
I would say not inspired by it, but we just thought it would be nice to write about the same subject because it was all happening then,
Yeah, it's very au courant.
Yeah, the two records are so different, aren't they? But
They're extraordinarily different. So I only meant that his record came out in sort of April of '67, June here in the
Yeah.
UK, and then by August you have your record out in the sort of
Yeah.
San Francisco fever. There were tons of other people doing San Francisco based songs.
yeah,
But were you sort of always looking to the West Coast because obviously you're a big Beach Boys fan, and is there a concept behind the Flower Pot Man?
not a concept thing, except, again, harmony. We tried to get as much nice harmony in all the records we made, and that was a good record because of the harmonies, I think.
This is sort of the tail end of your work with Ken as well.
Yeah.
So would he be present on Flower Pot Men, like the first single or anything, or is he just sort of writing with you? Or
On the Flower Pot Man, yeah, he was in the backing vocal group, yeah. But then Ken sort of decided he was going to quit.
Released on August the 4th, 1967 on the UK Darum label, that was the Flowerpot Men, Let's Go to San Francisco Part 1. Composed, produced, and arranged by Ken Lewis with my guest today, John Carter.